Welcome back, my poets, to Poetry 101. I'm trying to do this in one take. Lord grant me strength. Today we are talking about story poems. Now you might think, okay, story poems, these are poems that tell a story. Isn't that most poems? But actually, no, because poetry has no rules. So, not all poems are stories. What does that mean? Well, sometimes poems are shorter stories. It's capturing a moment in time and the emotions that were caused by said moment and time. Other times, these are descriptions of characters or of the land. Sometimes it's just vibes. Have you ever read a poem that's just vibes, where it's just like, the leaves were falling? It's like setting a scene. It's like the leaves were falling, the trees were barren, the air was chilly, it smelled like cocoa. It's not a story, it's just kind of telling you things. Poems, they tell you things. That's the motto of this series now. So today we were looking at poems that are specifically stories. I have a short one. Look at this word and tell me how you think it's pronounced. You're probably wrong. It's pronounced Euclid. I Googled it. This is a shorter story. It is a shorter poem. The story takes place over less amount of time than our next poem, which is actually a song by Taylor Swift, because of course. This is Euclid by Vachel Lindsay. Vachel is spelled like Rachel with a V, and it is pronounced like a vampire trying to pronounce the name Rachel. You get that one for free. It says, old Euclid drew a circle on a sand beach long ago. He bounded and enclosed it with angles thus and so. His set of solemn graybeards nodded and argued much, of arc and circumference, diameter, and such. A silent child stood by them from morning until noon, because they drew such charming round pictures of the moon. I love this poem. I have the entire last stanza, which isn't really a stanza, but it's like the coupling of rhymes. I have it underlined because I think it is beautiful. So it starts out really simple. Okay, we got this guy. He's old. His name's Euclid. We know he's old because he is called Old Euclid. He is standing and he is drawing circles in the sand. Sandcastles in the sand, Robin Sparkles, if you will. He's drawing these circles and he's looking at them and going, hey guys, get over here. And these old guys, and I say old guys because they are called solemn, serious, studious, graybeards. Hence, the beards are gray because they are older than me. They all come and they're looking and they're saying big words like diameter, circumference, circle. And they're like, okay, how many little circles could fit in the big circle? How many slices of pizza could we have in this big circle? And how much is the circumference of each slice of that slice? Of that pizza. I missaid that. That's fine. And they're all like being like huge and critical and big-brained people. And then there's just this little kid. He's just standing there and he's looking at all these circles and he's like, wow, they're really good at drawing the moon. There is something so beautiful and the big thinking of the old men and the simplicity and beautiful simplicity of this child. Icon is what he is. That is that poem. It is a quick story. It could take place in the span of like, let's say 30 minutes. 10 minutes he's drawing the circle, 25 minutes for them sitting here looking at it and drawing triangles around the circles to try to do something. I don't know math. And then like the last 5 minutes is just the kid being like, wow, it's the moon. That's not a 5-minute sentence, but you get the idea. That is a simpler story. Here's a longer story. It is Champagne Problems by Taylor Swift. You see this little black spot here? That's where I had to cross out the swear word because I forgot this song had a swear word because I listened to the clean version. And I don't even think I got the clean version lyric right because it's a sad song and I don't listen to sad songs. I'm going to read this one all the way through like I did the last one. Think to yourself, I'm going to break down a couple things at the end and then I will give the prompt for the day. The song goes, and I'm not singing it. You are welcome. It says, you booked the night train for a reason, so you could sit here and this hurts. It says there, but sit there and this hurts. That's my bad. Bustling crowds or silent sleepers, you're not sure which is worse. Because I dropped your hand while dancing, left you out there standing, crestfallen on the landing, champagne problems. Your mom's ring in your pocket, my picture in your wallet. Your heart was glass, I dropped it. Champagne problems. I am going to pause here to explain. Champagne problems is a phrase that means trivial in the grand scheme of things. So from the writer's perspective, this really big thing that is happening is not actually that big of a thing. Next, we have, you told your family for a reason, you just couldn't keep it in. Your sister splashed out on the bottle, now no one's celebrating. Dom Perignon, you brought it. No crowds of friends applauded. Your hometown skeptics called it champagne problems. You had a speech, you're speechless. Love slipped beyond your reaches. I couldn't give a reason. Champagne problems. Your Midas touch on the Chevy door, November flush and your flannel cure. This dorm was once a madhouse. I made a joke, well, it's made for me. However green our group of friends, don't think we'll say that word again, and soon they'll have the nerve to deck the halls that we once walked through. One for the money, two for the show. I never was ready, so I watched you go. Sometimes you just don't know the answer till someone's on their knees and asks you. She would have made such a lovely bride. What a shame she's sick in the head, they said. But you'll find the real thing instead. She'll patch up your tapestry that I shred and hold your hand while dancing. Never leave you standing, crestfallen on the landing with champagne problems. Your mom's ring in your pocket, her picture in your wallet. You won't remember all my champagne problems. So this poem is about the denied proposal of these two nameless characters. So the guy proposes, she says no, and then this story happens. So we are getting information from a present point in time. So let's say we are here in the timeline. All of this happened here. We are working from here backwards. So, okay, so he's on the train because of this, because I said no. And then we get to the future and eventually where she says, eventually you'll have that someone, the ring will be in your pocket again, you'll be happy, and you won't remember right here or right here or right here or right here. That is the story of Champagne Problems. Now, this one is obviously longer. It is not told linearly. It takes place over at least a couple weeks and talks about the future. Breaking it down for a reason, because this video is not long enough, you guys. The guy is hurt. He is sitting in silence and he's not sure if that is worse than sitting in a crowd of people who could probably be asking him, why are you traveling today? What happened to you this weekend? Why are you crying? Yeah, so mom's ring in your pocket, picture in her wallet. We can assume that the person saying my picture in your wallet is the, okay, you proposed to me, but I said no, and you had the ring. He was fragile. She shattered him. You can see there's sort of a vilifying herself where she's like, I'm the villain here. I'm the bad guy. And it's not like I'm the bad guy because I said no. I'm the worst person ever. It's kind of like no, in this situation, that's on me. Sorry. We get more information where he has told his family ahead of time before the proposal conceivably because he was excited. No one applauded because she said no, and that would be embarrassing to be like, yeah, don't marry him. That wouldn't be a good look. He had a prepared speech of some sort, and then when she said no, he had no words to say. It says love slipped beyond your reaches, which is probably dramatic because she says here, like, you'll fall in love one day, you'll be fine. Again, this is Champagne Problems. It's light, it's bubbly, it's gone, it does nothing. It'll be fine. This is just a blip in time, dude. I love this part. November flush in your flannel cure. I never think about these lyrics sometimes, and then like I'll hear it and be like, oh, November flush. Okay, it's cold, so her cheeks have turned pink. He gives her a flannel jacket, which is the cure to her being cold, hence the cheeks that are pink. I meant to say pink cheeks, but here we are. Yeah, also their friend group is probably going to break up because of this denied proposal, because it says how evergreen that group of friends, evergreen, they're year round, they're not fair weather friends, they're here through thick and thin until there's two of them that are going through some drama, and then it's like, actually, what if we just find new friends? I'm not saying I recommend that, just saying that's what I'm getting from this. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm going to leave that one at. What was your interpretation of these poems? What are your thoughts? For the prompt of the day, write 2 poems. I'm not saying you have to sit and do them right now. Just do them this week, okay? Why did I say that so condescendingly? Sorry, you guys. I got a tripod. I think I'm a big shot now. Prompt is to write a short poem like Euclid where it tells a simple story. It can be you think it's going one way and then it ends up B, or it can just be I went for a walk in the woods and I found a pine cone. It was shiny. I threw it at a squirrel. The squirrel stole my pine cone because he thought it was food. Something like that. And then do a longer one that tells a longer story. You can do it out of order where we start here in the middle, explain the back, and then move forward, or not. I am not telling you how to write your own poem. If you got an idea, you got an idea. Once you have written your poem, please, please, please feel free to send it to me so I can read what you have written. My Instagram is @officialjustinstrikes. You can see my poetry there, and you can learn all about my books. I have a new one coming soon. I know. If you want to see more from this series, I have a playlist here. You can subscribe to watch more here. I have linked things up here somewhere during the video that you can also watch. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next week. I'll have the Christmas lights on for next video. Probably, if I remember.